you don't have to fight this alone. Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another MotoVlog Monday. I'm your host, the PNW MC RDR. I wanted to talk to you today about something that I think is important that doesn't get talked about enough, and that is mental health. Specifically, depression. This is something that's very, very near and dear to me in terms of importance. Because I've been there. I've talked a little bit before about my past, and I'm going to delve into it a little bit more. In 2015, I had a very, very rough year. I had been together with the same woman since late 2008. And then in 2015, she said, "Hey, I want a divorce." This isn't about that. This isn't about that specifically. I harbor no ill will towards her. I get where she was at. And honestly, I think it's probably worked out better for the both of us anyway. So, I have no complaints on that specifically, but at the time, I was a bit oblivious, and just didn't see it coming. I probably should have, but it is what it is. So I felt like I'd been blindsided by a big old freight train, and it was rough. I fell into a very deep depression, and began drinking very heavily, and just generally was not in a good place. And so thankfully I had very good family, very good friends, who were able to help me out. My family were able to help watch the kids when I needed to, and when I just needed to get away and not think. And so, I was able to go out, and when it just got to be too much and I couldn't do it anymore, I was able to go out, hop on my motorcycle, and find a nice quiet place to sit with my thoughts. And so, shout out on that to my parents for helping me out. But more importantly, I had a lot of really, really good friends who were really by my side, really there when I needed someone to talk to, and things were getting better. And then August rolled around, and a friend that I'd talked to not even 2 weeks earlier relapsed. He'd been clean for many years. He relapsed and overdosed. And that really hit me hard. To put it into perspective just how close we were, this friend lived with me and my now, at that time, soon to be ex-wife, for the better part of probably 2 years, and all my kids called him Uncle. So it was really a difficult time for me at that point. I probably the friend I knew who would understand the most, because he'd been around us the most, was now gone. And so that was a really, really difficult time. And thankfully, a whole bunch of friends and I got together. His family, we all met up at one of his favorite places, and we celebrated the life that he had. We didn't have a traditional funeral for him because it's not what he would have wanted, to be perfectly honest. They did have did have a small like family get-together type funeral, but even that still wasn't very traditional. You know, there wasn't it wasn't a wake, anything like that. You know, they just did the cremation, and everyone got to come visit his ashes and things like that. It was some really cool stuff. They had people email notes that all got printed off, and when they cremated his body, they included all the notes with them. Really cool things, but I'm getting off topic. The point is, between the divorce and losing such a close friend, a brother, one of the people who helped influence me into getting a motorcycle, you know, he had ridden on and off throughout the years. He just, the only reason he wasn't riding at that time is because he didn't have the money to build another bike. He was very much into built, not bought, and so he'd buy up like bikes that where the body was shot but the engine was good, and just rebuild them in his own liking. He made a couple of really cool bobbers over the years. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of them, but dude was a madman. And so there I was, you know, losing my marriage. I think we'd been married about 5 years at that point. So my marriage is falling apart. I just lost one of my closest friends. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. I had more than once that year contemplated suicide. And I'm really glad I didn't, because now things are going very, very well. I mean, you know, they're not perfect, but vastly improved to what they were in late 2015. You know, I managed to put together a better relationship with one of my kids, who her and I hadn't been on speaking terms for quite some time. You know, it took a while after this happened before that happened, but things have gotten better, and we speak regularly now. And I've made new friends, got new job, new bike, an amazing girlfriend that her and I started dating. Her and I started dating a few months down the way from when all this happened, and you know, I didn't think anything was really going to come of it, but you know, we're almost celebrating 4 years together now. So things have gone really well, and so really the whole point of this video is to let you know that if you're battling, if you're struggling, you don't have to fight this alone. If you're grieving, whatever it is, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to shoulder that burden by yourself. There are ways of getting help. And I know this is hard because you hear it from everyone, but reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. If you don't feel like you can trust any of them, reach out to me. I'm on Twitter. You can message me. You can message me on Facebook as well. And those are linked down below. I also frequent the motovlogging subreddit. You can find links to my videos there and message me there. You know, whatever you need. Just let me know if you need someone to talk to. Again, you are not alone. And so the reason I bring this up is I want everyone to know, you know, just because things are bad doesn't mean they aren't going to get better. You can be at the lowest point of your life and think that there's no way you'll ever turn it back around. And I'm here to tell you that that isn't the case. It absolutely can get better. You absolutely can turn it around. Is it difficult? Absolutely. I mean, I went weeks where I wasn't sure that I was gonna be able to pay any of my bills, or even eat. Ended up under a mountain of debt for a while, just trying to make ends meet. And I'm digging out. It's a long process. It's very slow. And it hasn't been without its challenges. But you know, find yourself some friends you can trust. And you know, if you still have a relationship with any of your family, whatever it is, you know, just don't forget it gets better. It can get better. And hang in there. It can be rough. It can be the most horrible thing you've ever had to endure. And if you're going through that, I feel for you. Like I said, I'm here. If you need someone, I'm here. And I'm pretty sure that any one of my subscribers would be here. So drop a comment down below if you need to talk. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. I'm not on Instagram, sorry. I'd be happy to talk to you, happy to listen. I'll also drop down a code for some good services on that, for Suicide Prevention Anonymous helplines, things like that. Yeah, I just want you to know, if you're watching this channel and you're going through a tough time and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better, stick around. It's going to be difficult, but it's not going to be impossible. Life can get better, and I'm proof of that. And I hope that if someone's watching this and really struggling, that you can make it through and be proof of that too. And maybe one day in the future you'll make your own motovlog about the time that you were in a really rough patch and you had some friends and some family and some strangers on the internet who helped you get through it. So do your best. I believe in you. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, drop them down as a comment below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Share the link with your friends, people who might need to hear this. Let's help everyone out. Let's be there for each other. As always, ride safe, have fun. Laters.